Hi, I'm Greg Watson from Watson Real Estate. If you're the owner of a residential rental property, this may be the single most important video you will watch this year. IAG is the leading insurance or general insurance provider in New Zealand. In a press release from the 2nd of March 2017, they say that over the past year across its brands, it has received an average of 60 methamphetamine claims every month. IAG is, as a result, making changes to its policies and those of its subsidiaries, so it's very vital that you know what's happening. IAG subsidiary brands include AMI, NZI, State and Lumley, just to name a few. There's also representatives including insurance possibly arranged through the ASB, BNZ, Westpac, SBS and the Cooperative Bank. IAG policies are also sold through insurance brokers. So IAG has just released changes to their policies in response to potential methamphetamine contamination. So here are some of the things they had to say that you need to know about. They said that in most cases, insurance will cover the costs of decontamination. However, the cover will be subject to limits, excesses and other terms. Further, they mentioned that because of increasing costs with meth-related claims, they have reviewed and premiums will likely change. In a press release, they say that this change would likely be between $40 and $130 per annum, depending on the policy. They state a number of things that may clearly affect your cover. Firstly, there's no cover for any contamination if it involves any member of your family. Landlord obligations under the policies of IAG must be fully met for a claim to be accepted. They say that meeting these obligations and managing a rental property well is the best way to protect clients from a risk of contamination. Now crucially, the home cover only applies if the home has been continuously insured and contamination first occurred during the time of a continuous insurance with the company. If contamination existed prior to insuring with IAG, no contamination cover will be provided. This means if you don't know whether the house was contaminated prior to the policy being put in place, then they may not have to pay out, although this will be mainly from now moving forwards. So this is why we recommend that landlords test for methamphetamine at the beginning and end of tenancies. And we also highly recommend doing a methamphetamine test for your property during purchase. It goes without saying that this will be prior to putting an insurance policy in place. Now here's the important part for landlords. What are the insurance obligations of the landlord? IAG states it's important for the landlords to manage the rental properties to a higher standard. They go on to outline it to exercise reasonable care in the selection of tenants, including things like getting identification, written verbal references, credit history and tenancy tribunal history. They insist on written records of pre-tenancy checks that are kept, and a copy can be provided to the insurance company if requested. They ask that all landlords collect a total of 3 weeks' rent in any combination of rent in advance or bond, and that is registered with tenancy services. From now on, landlords are expected to complete internal and external inspections of the home at a minimum of 3 months and upon every single change of tenants. Remember, failing to do some of these things might mean a claim isn't paid. Landlords are also required to keep photographs and a written record of the outcome of each inspection. Rent to be monitored on a weekly basis and notification to be sent when the debt is 14 days in arrears. They'll also expect that an application will be made to Tenancy Tribunal for vacant possession if the rent is 21 days in arrears or more, if you become aware of any illegal activity by the occupants, or intentional damages caused by one of the occupants. Remember, failure to do any of these things could mean a cover isn't paid out. And here's another important thing. IAG says that renewed policies will be updated, meaning as soon as you renew your insurance policy the next time round, these changes take effect. IAG is also the first to admit that if you're using a professional letting agency, then they should be complying with all of these terms, and with what's in real estate, of course, we do. So the maximum claim for most policies has been moved up to $30,000 through IAG. However, they say that for methamphetamine contamination claims, the excess, the first payment you make as a landlord, will move from $400 to $2,500. Our advice is that if you have a rental property, have it managed by a professional property management company to help you comply with these strict changes to your insurance policies. More information below. Thanks for watching.